What's going on, boys and girls? Mark here, and I have a podcast here with a friend named Courtney, who is a fellow YouTuber.
Hi.
Hello. And she sings, and she has a birth defect, but I will let her talk about that in a second. But this is a non-trolling podcast whatsoever. I just want to make that very clear. This is not me trolling, and I want no trolling, any kind of trolling comments or anything. That'll be that's unacceptable and it won't be tolerated. Just throwing that out there. But take it away.
Alright, well, I'm Courtney, as he said, and my channel is Courtney Loves to Sing, and I was born with a birth defect called Cystic Hygroma, and when I was born, it was really rare. I was number 10 in the whole United States to be born with it. And then after that, there were thousands and thousands of people that have been born with it now. But I like to sing and I like to dance and I do all these things on my YouTube. And I've been getting a lot of trolling and bullying, but I've also gone through this my whole life. I haven't. But the thing is, everyone thinks that it's going to hurt me, and it doesn't. I don't give up, ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that's a huge thing that most YouTubers get the most is the trolls and the bullying and things like that, which, trolling is becoming a huge thing throughout California. I've seen just in California. I was actually walking down my street, and on each light pole there were troll faces on them. Because people don't actually know what the troll face represents. It represents being a bully and being a terrible person. And, I, being a troll, am a terrible person and a bully, and I understand that fully, and I am fully aware of it, and it's a problem that a lot of people have, and they don't even know it yet. But they'll realize it sooner or later, and it'll hit them really hard. So let's just kind of get into this topic of, what everyone is kind of wondering, which is, how was it growing up with this defect?
Growing up was difficult. It had its ups and downs. I mean, since I was a few days old, I had surgeries after surgeries, and now that I'm 16 years old, I've had 14 surgeries in my life, and it's been a roller coaster. But with everything that's going on, like getting bullied, all these things, they all played out. I've had any questions you could think of asked to me, and I answer with the best knowledge that I can. But growing up was definitely different, and being now that I'm a teenager, that if you look at a normal teenager's life and then compare it to mine, it is 10 times harder because I have to deal with more things. But I have to say thank you for my mom and my dad and my brother. They have always been there, my family, my friends. They've always been there for me, no matter what.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of questions that, I'm sure you've heard, how did this happen? Why, what is in there? Is it just massive bone, or, because a lot of people don't know, about this, defect. My youngest cousin out of the family that I have a lot of family, and the youngest of them, her name is Treasure. She has the same exact problem that you have, and I don't really want to call it a problem. It's not a problem. It's just something that's different, and I don't think things that are different are problems. But what she has is a cyst growing on her eyelid, and right next to her tear duct, and they were really scared to operate on it as she was, really young, and now it's gotten worse. And I've done a lot of research on this defect. I've been researching it for a while actually, and I didn't ever put two and two together until I saw your videos. And a funny story on how I actually came across your videos. I'm on Facebook a lot, and my friend added me to a troll page. And on this troll page, I saw your video, and a lot of very mean comments from these people that I associate with, and I set them very straight, and I said, just to prove all you wrong, I'm going to do a podcast with this girl. This is before I even messaged you on any of this, because I was set on getting you on a podcast, because I want your story out there, and I think as though it may seem that no matter what I say, I'm still a troll. I feel like I'm the light in the darkness when it comes to the trolls. I'm a troll to a certain extent. There are places I will not go. There are lines I will not cross, which is difficult for me because I like crossing a lot of lines. But nonetheless, I think this is going to be a great story to have on my channel and to be known by my friends and family, because none of my family knows about what this defect is, yet my cousin has it. And I'm not even a doctor, and I've already diagnosed it. I know she has it. I just do. I've researched it enough to know that she has it, and I'm going to try my hardest to get help for her. And I feel like this story will kind of push it more, because as you grew, did it not, get worse? Your jawline.
Actually, with all my surgeries that I've had, it's actually gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that my defect can come, it can come back. The cyst can come back. It's not completely ever gone.
Yeah.
But with all my doctors that are helping me, they are pretty sure that it won't come back, but there's still that one chance. But
yeah,
I'm a fighter, and I'm sure that I don't think it'll come back, because I'm fighting for who I am and what I have.
Most definitely. So, you've really shown that it doesn't hold you back, because you sing, and you dance, and you ride horses.
I ride horses, I sing, I dance, I skateboard. Well, I'm a sponsored skateboarder. I do anything to everything that I can. I am definitely not a child that you can
Did I lose you? We're having internet connection problems. They're going to try and get the call. Alright, sorry about that. Internet connection problems, but we'll be right back on this. So, let's start off with, we'll start back on what we left off with, which was, this doesn't hold you back. And you're a science skateboarder, you said?
Yes, I am. My church, I have a youth group that I go to, and they sponsored me. Because not of how I skate, it's how I act. Because I don't act all like, oh, I'm better than everyone else. I'm there to support people and to be there for them and to help them.
Yep.
So, and that's always been me. I've always been wanting to help. I've always been out there and willing to do anything that I put my mind to.
Yeah. Now, let's go into a little bit deeper talk. Next step would be religion, but I'm going to interlude here. Have you ever been in a relationship with a guy, or
Yes, I have. I've been in a few relationships. One of them I do regret. I do have to admit that. And but it did make me stronger as a person. But I have been in relationships. But it's really hard for a guy to look past my birth defect, which is really hard to find these days.
Yeah.
But if they don't like who I am, then they can just go away. But if they do like me, that's their choice.
Yeah, and you are you, and you're very strong for you. You are a very strong girl, and you prove that. I read through your timeline a little bit, not very far back, but you fell off of a horse. And
yeah.
If I fell off of a horse, I'd be done with horses. I would never go back on a horse because they terrify me. But
yeah, that was interesting. But I still got back on, and I laughed it off. It was just something I'd fallen off so many times. I'm just so used to it. I'm just ready to get back on, and nothing can stop me from stuff I love to do.
Yeah, and that's good. So, how long have you been a Christian, or are you Christian?
Yes, I am Christian.
Okay, you're Christian. So
I have been a Christian all my life.
And did you go into Christianity because of your beliefs, or was it like, your parents pushed you into it?
No, it was my belief.
Okay.
I've always, since I was born, I was always taken to church, and then when I got older to understand what was going on, it was my choice, and I went into Christianity.
Good. So, where were you born? Where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up, I was born in San Francisco, California.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in a small town in California. It's out the mid-section of California. And I'm not really allowed to say what town, but I grew up in a little town. It's just, this town is where I grew up, but it can get kind of boring.
Yeah.
But all my friends are here. I have friends that I grew up with that are here, and this town, I have a lot of good memories here. And
yeah.
I don't really think I'm ever gonna leave here.
Yeah. And that's good. Me, on the other hand, I live in a very small town called Ripon, and I don't care if anyone knows where I live, but Ripon, it's everyone already knows where I live. Trust me.
Yeah, but we've actually lived close to each other, so.
Yeah, we do. I hadn't realized that I figured you lived somewhere not in California, because that's just where everyone seems to not live.
Yeah.
But that's cool. So yeah, I live in a very small town, and I can't wait to leave. That's where I'm leaving immediately once I can get a job, and that's just that. So you're a part of your youth group at church, and you believe in God, and that would be because you're a Christian. Yeah. And I'm losing track of what I'm going to talk about, so I'm backtracking. You've been a Christian all of your life, and see, I have too, and that's something that we have in common. I've been religious, and then I kind of stopped being religious, and then I became religious again. So, I'm kind of, I fade in and out sometimes, but that's just because.
But that's everyone.
Exactly.
Everyone does that.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you kind of want to talk about? Is there any closing statements?
I just say, no matter if you have any questions that aren't stupid,
yeah,
then ask me. And I've had to repeat my birth defense a million times. It doesn't bug me. I've always been an open person. I've been willing to share my life, my story, to anyone and everyone that I can. And that I also just want to say that no matter what hardships or no matter what you're going through, it's to never give up, to keep pushing forward no matter how hard it gets.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a great podcast, and I'll be editing those two pieces together. And so thank you for being on the podcast.
No problem. I find it a lot of fun, actually. Yeah,
I do too. That's why I've been doing it for 2 years almost. So, alright, go check out our channel. I'll be linking it in the description, and it will probably be in the title, and I'm sure she'll have it on her channel also. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Back.